Just incredible!
Just incredible, man.
Just incredible. Run the thing, eh? Run it!
Yeah, you know it. Just Incredible's podcast right here. Beautiful Los Angeles, California. Even though it's kind of crazy out there right now with the fires and the winds. But man, we are blessed and honored to have my guy here today. My guy Mars.
Yes, sir.
Is here, man. Welcome to the show, my boy.
Appreciate you, man.
We overdue for this, and I'm so grateful for having you today, man.
I'm grateful to be here, man. I appreciate it.
Talk to me, man. I know you have so much going on. I want to jump around. I want to start, from the beginning. Talk about what you're doing right now. I want people to get from this interview, this conversation, inspiration, man, because that's what you do for me, man. Every time you call me, every time you shoot me a DM, I get inspired, man. Your journey has been incredible thus far, and I just feel like you're just getting started, man. You're just getting warmed up.
Facts.
Talk to me about, the name Mars. Like, where did that come from, man?
My name is Lamar, and those that know me know that I tend to do things very different.
He out of this world, huh?
You know what I'm saying? So yeah, my a good friend of mine, Tavia, she was like, "Man, I'm gonna start calling you Lamar's. Like, you just be on Mars. Like, you just everything people want to do, you want to do the opposite. Like, you do stuff different way, So
yeah,
she just it's like, yo, I'm gonna call you Lamar's, and I'm like, I like that Mars, and it just stuck. I'm
fire.
Like, owned it.
Took it, owned it, ran with it.
Yeah.
Where did this passion for music come from? I know you started at an early age, man. Talk to the people about it.
Yeah, I mean, my parents, my grandfather had a church on Florence and Avalon out here in Los Angeles, and my dad was a minister at the church.
Okay.
And played the keyboard, organ, he sang. And then eventually he met my mom. They did some things that had me.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
And then once I was born, my dad started a record label under my name called Lamar Records.
Amazing.
In 1988.
Wow. Okay.
So at 4 years old, I had my own record company, but I didn't know. So I was just 4. So I would be around my dad and all of the gospel greats. He was he is a gospel artist. I actually have a session with him today. Shout out to my dad.
That's what's up. Okay.
But yeah, so long story short, I was around like all of the great gospel musicians, artists, and all of that growing up. So I would just be around the drums, try to play the drums.
Yeah.
Started on the drums around that age, around 4.
Wow.
Moved to the keys around 9. Then a little bit of the bass around like 11 or something like that. And just like my gift and my anointing was always honed in
the church,
developed in the church.
Wow, that's amazing, man.
Yeah.
Specifically, how would you say, what did you learn at an early age? What was it like being around that energy, in the church?
Now looking back, I learned production.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I learned like the music department, learning how choir works, learning harmony, learning, how service is supposed to be ran, learning how to be on time.
Right,
like
which we talked about.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So it's like a lot of things that you learn in church that's great training just as an artist, whether you're a musician, an artist, singer, producer, you can learn a lot from just being in that,
musically, just different levels
in that area. Yeah, like being in that aura, and it's all operated off of spirit. So that's what confirmed that music is spiritual. You know what I'm saying? And
talk about that. Talk about the the impact. Your faith and.
Well, yeah. I mean, like for me, I never had like a. I guess like since I was a kid, I always knew I just wanted to do music. You know what I'm saying? And I wanted to make people feel the way I felt when I heard songs. Like I was just like, this is crazy.
Like, what was one of those songs?
Well, for sure, We Can Freak It, because I could only listen to gospel music until about junior high school. I started, being at school, and some of the homies would play me stuff, and I'm like, what is this?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But it was so like life changing because I never heard like I wasn't able to listen to Snoop. I wasn't able to listen to, you know, none of the artists I work with now.
Right.
So DJ Quick, John B, like I wasn't able to listen to none of that. And then
so Corrupt, We Can Freak It.
Once I found Corrupt, We Can Freak It, and Find My Way by Tribe Called Quest. Those two songs were like
Dilla and Battle Cat, right?
Yes.
Holy man.
And it opened my whole, like, I was like, what is this?
Wow.
You know, so that was like the journey of me, like being like, yo, I want to make people feel like this, like, you know. And I would just go to my church was like my studio, so I would go to the church every day after school and just practice. One day I just hit the keyboard thing, the record button on the keyboard on accident, and seen a sequence thing. So that's how you make the beats.
Absolutely.
I didn't know, so that's how I started like figuring out how to make beats and just mimicking stuff I heard on the radio until I could make my own stuff.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
That's what's up. And then how does it feel like fast forward to now you're working with all these artists, man?
It's so crazy, bro.
God is great.
God is the greatest, bro. And it's incredible because most of the artists that I really looked up to or have looked up to, they're like incredible people. You know what I'm saying? And it just confirmed like you having faith and really being able to manifest like where you want to be. Yeah. You know, because I never was distracted. I feel like my career and my purpose was never distracted by things that, you know, I could have been distracted by. As far as like when I say that, I mean like I never was like, okay, let me try to play basketball. Or of course we all play basketball, but I wasn't like, yo, I'm about to go to the NBA. You know what I'm saying? Or like I want to be like a scientist. Like I was really into like computers and, you know, things like I was like, I'm a real geek. Like how all the keyboard stuff, I'll be, you know, AI, like I'm real intuitive and really into like, you know, technology. Yeah. So I feel like I probably would have had something to do with tech if I wasn't really fucking with music like that. But it was so infectious, you know what I'm saying, that I wanted to make people feel the same way and see how to like study music to be able to do that. Yeah. So yeah, I spent the majority of the time studying these people, and then God allowed me to be around Battle Cat for me to be able to sit in the room with Battle Cat and see exactly like, you know, the things that I was missing. Like, I feel like he's doing this. I feel like he's doing this. A lot of stuff I was confirming, like, dang, that's crazy. I knew he was doing that. Right. But then it would be certain things he would, yo, you know, listen to this or listen to these records, or, you know, you got to have knowledge from where things came from so you can know how to, you know, rewrite history. Incorporate, sample, rewrite. Yeah, you know that's so crazy. So it's just like,
shout out to Battle Cat, man.
Just, you know, having those people to be able to, you know, fuel your education.
We're honored, man. We're definitely blessed and privileged to, you know, be from such an amazing city surrounded by so much talent. Facts. It makes me think, we were talking off the air a little bit about how when you get in a room with an artist, you know, you like to say, you know, what are you going through? Right. Let me feed off of that. Right. And thinking about, you know, you growing up in a church, you said your grandfather and your father, right? Has there been an instance where, you know, an artist said something on one of your tracks that didn't necessarily morally line up with, like, how do you deal with that situation?
I think like, I think half of it is like paying dues and like, you know, working your way up to be able to tell the artist like, nah, I don't think we should say this. But I think, you know, shoot, my first song with Snoop was Which One of You Bitches Like Me? Okay. And I was probably like, we was kids. And when I say kids, I mean like maybe like 19, 20, something like that. Yeah. And I can't go and tell my pastor, dad, like, oh, I finally got a song.
And listen to this.
Well, what is it? Oh, Snoop Dogg. Right. Okay, what's the name of the song? Which one? Yeah, you know what I'm saying? It's like, I couldn't, you know, so in those moments, it's just you working and trying to learn as much as you can from these people to know how to write songs so you can tell people what to say and why they should say it. And what people want to hear. That's really the main thing. Sure, like, what does the world need? What do people are going through? And you are,
you know, you're a part of service, and you want to bring the best out in the artist. So there's a lot of just letting them do what they got to do.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
And you bring that light with the music.
Absolutely.
To the, you know what I mean?
First. That's first. You have to allow people to be them. Like,
for sure, especially in hip hop, man.
Yeah, that's first, because everybody has a story to tell, and everybody comes from different, places.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? Seeing different things. So my story may not be the same as somebody. So I would rather them tell me what they want to do and see how to make that as best as possible.
Yeah. And then 1500 or Nothin. How did the crew come together? Where did this brainstorm genius come from, man?
Church,
same
everything
spot,
from church, man.
Everything's from the church.
Yes.
Wow.
So we were a band for First AME.
Okay.
Church in LA, and Bobby Valentino's manager, Poon, came to the church one day.
Damn, shout out to Poon.
Yeah, shout out Poon.
Yeah.
And this was before Bobby had a deal.
Okay.
And he was like, yo, y'all are dope. Boom, boom, boom. Bobby's about to, do a showcase. I got an artist called Bobby Valentino. He's about to do a showcase. Fast forward, we do the showcase. And then, and afterwards, we didn't even think we knew we were a band, but we was just homies. We never looked like oh yeah, we a band. Let's come up with a name and all of this. We never thought that far. Not like that. So we just yo, let's go get this bread right quick. And Poon was like, yeah, so they love the showcase. How much y'all charge? And we like, man, $1,500. I think Chuck said, man, $1,500. And then or Rance, $1,500. And then Poon is like, okay, yeah, so who you want me to make the check out to, or what's the name of y'all band, or blah blah blah. And then Chuck is like, yo, man, hey, $1,500 or nothing. You know what I'm saying? Dope. So he was low key pressing. I'm like, hey, bro, you either pay us $1,500 or we out of here. Or you know what I'm saying? Yeah. We're gonna have some problems. But he was like, man, I like that name, $1,500 or nothing. And we just kind of looked at each other got a ring to it. Cool. Yeah. And we just kept the name, man.
So dope, man. Yeah. So dope. I seen just this week you had a pop out event. Talk to me. I know you're releasing music every Monday.
Yes, sir.
Talk to me about that, man.
So I have My Guy Mars Mondays. I just want to give people an opportunity to choose what they like. I feel like when you put a single out, you're telling people what they like. Yeah. You're like, okay, this is what I feel like you like. Here. Right. You know what I'm saying? Like this. Right. But if I'm just dropping a song every week, I can gauge and you could tell me yo, that's cool. Or yo, hey, this is fire. You should go. We want to hear more of this. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? It gives the listeners more of a listening experience. Right. Opposed to me being so accessible and I got so much to do. I can't go on live every day and record, play everybody everything every time I do it. But if I set a day. Yeah. My Guy Mars Monday. Shout out to Nip. Yes, sir. Marathon Mondays. Absolutely. You know what I'm saying? So just keeping the, TMC, man. Yeah. Keeping the spirit alive and just being consistent. Yeah. It's also a challenge to myself to hold me accountable to make sure that I just keep putting out music. So I told myself all year, for the whole year. Every Monday. Yeah, that's what's up. So I got at least 52 songs. Y'all got 51 more. Come on. You know what I'm saying? And you're really redefining the game, man. This is a non-traditional way of releasing music. From the time you started till now, what's your advice to artists and producers in terms of releasing music? And a lot of people might be scared to do it, right? And there's others who are frustrated with their situation. Maybe they can't release music as much. What's your advice on that? The people that can't release music, I don't really have any advice for you. But get a great lawyer. Yeah, right. But the people that don't have deals, the people that are independent, it's if you have every day that you wake up, which is an opportunity to put out music and to let people know about yourself and your brand. If you're not doing it, you're cheating yourself because somebody else is doing it that's way less talented, that's way less educated, and they just have more hustle. You hear that? And they're putting it out every day. Until something happens. And that happens all the time because we hear these artists on the radio all the time. How did they get on the radio? How I just told you how. That's right. So that's facts. Until y'all upload some more songs and put your songs out there and getting on, it's people that want to hear good music. It's people that want to support new music. That's why we're not listening too much.
Yeah.
Unless it's, the stations we listen
That's
to.
what's up. Yeah,
we're not really listening too much to the radio, because you can create your own radio. You're going to listen to new artists every day. It's
Right.
250,000 artists uploading music every Friday.
Every day. And that's what you're competing with. So It's so
Exactly.
important to continue to flood. And if you don't believe in the product, how can you expect someone else to?
Exactly. How you going to be found?
Yeah, man. What's your plan? You're releasing the music one song a week all year. What else you got lined up for the fans for 2025?
So we have 1500 or Nothin. We have our 1500 or Nothin day
on the way.
We have an actual holiday in our city.
Yes, sir.
Which is crazy. From the mayor. 1500 day, January 15th. We have a new building. We're about to do our 20-year anniversary, which is even crazier.
20 years, man.
20-year anniversary for 1500 and Nothin. So we're about to have a concert and an event on the 18th, and the actual mixer on the 15th for our new building and everything. So
love it.
Stay tuned.
Yeah.
You'll see all kind of stuff on Instagram and everything for sure.
That's what's up, man.
But outside of that, yeah, man, just like providing opportunities. I just did a beat battle a couple weeks ago for producers. I did one virtually for the people that can't be here, and then I did one in person.
In person.
Yeah, we found 3 fire producers. The top 3, all 3 of them was fire. The first one, they get a guaranteed placement. They get to come work with me.
Wow.
And he already pulled up to the studio last week and
Hungry.
has 2 songs that I did that day.
Word.
And one of them we definitely about to release. So
wow.
It's going crazy,
Come on.
man. And I've been doing that since 2015.
I love that.
So
I love that you give that opportunity, man. And you really, see it through.
Man, it's too many talented people that just don't have the opportunity, and I think more importantly, the education. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's people like myself, Rans, a few of us that have been like around the world a lot of times as musicians and producers, and have been in the rooms with the greatest artists. And it's like, we've been sponges these last 20 years. We still learn every day, but our 20 years of being around these people and knowing how to take certain things from Jay-Z, take this from Snoop, take this from T.I., take this from, and we incorporate all of these things into our brand and know how to teach that to other up and coming artists, how to be, how to present yourself, how to, how to be in a room, how to carry yourself, how to brand yourself.
So important.
All of these
things are so important.
Before
they check
you
all
even
the boxes.
play the music.
Right.
Yeah, so it's like, those are the things that I'm trying to provide for these artists that just don't know.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And if you be cool and do it yourself and just be an example of it, like myself,
right?
Then
for sure,
it'll be easier for you to kind of like, allow people to want to be in the mix.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. For an aspiring producer who's just getting started, is there like a good, like what should they invest in? Is it a program? Is it the MP? You know what I mean? Like,
I mean, I think like at this point, I feel like, it's so many tools.
People making hits on Fruity Loops.
Yeah, you can use any tool. Like, you can use your phone. They're making BandLab. You can use, they have music
31
generators.
Babies record, I think, was made on that.
It was on
He
BandLab.
talked about that,
exactly. Shout out to BandLab. But yeah, like, I use Reason. Rance uses Ableton. Siege uses Reason and uses Logic and Ableton. Like, you can use so many different programs.
Different ways.
Yeah, Fruity Loops.
Okay.
It's so many different programs. I think just like educating yourself on the program and seeing what your workflow is, what's easier for you, or what makes it, Well,
because you told a story where, one of your hit records that you put out was not necessarily how you went in the studio, prepared.
Yeah, I didn't.
Right, you had to throw everything out the window.
I
right?
didn't know what I was doing.
I'm gonna fast forward here a little bit, but let's go to the Chris Brown "Take You Down" record, man. Instant classic.
Love.
When you heard the album, it was everyone's favorite off the project. But tell the people about designing that song, man.
Yeah, that I didn't know what the fuck I was doing.
Which is crazy. Which is crazy because that's in my top 10 R&B songs of all time.
That's crazy. Love, man. I appreciate that.
You know it.
I mean, again, I'm a musician and a producer, so I heard the melodies, I heard, everything, but as far as the sound selection, even to this day, like I still like kind of cringe a little bit because I'm like, like if
you
I
hear
knew
things, huh?
It's just like I know you're supposed to have a certain bag of tools.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And I didn't have no bags.
Bags that day.
It was just it was everybody else's tools. I didn't know what I was doing.
And why is that?
Because I was working at the Underdog studio. So I was using Damon Thomas, shout out to Damon Thomas. I was using his studio and his computer, his everything. So all his sounds that was in there, I think he had some Rob Knox kits and some other stuff. Rob. Yeah, but it was like, I didn't know which kits was what or nothing. Wow. So I was just going in there just doing boom, boom. Like, okay, let me record that. Instead of going through like finding the right sound for each, how I heard it. I was just trying to figure out how to actually record. So once I like kind of got halfway through the beat, then Damon was like, yo, what is this? He just walked in the door like, yo, what's this? I thought I had it low too, to be honest. I don't know how he heard that. He like, yo, what's this? Like, I don't know. Like, yo, this is going on Chris Brown.
Holy.
And he just walked out. I was like,
what?
I was like, yeah. I honestly was like, yeah, right. Like, I didn't even think of it. But yeah, he finished it, took it in the other room. They did the bridge. He did the bridge, like the guitar, the main guitar on it. Like, they wrote the song, made it a real production.
Right.
And that's when I was like, yo, this is what I'm supposed to be doing. For
sure.
Like,
this is my purpose.
This is why I'm here.
That's right. That's right.
So I learned like songwriting. I learned vocal production. I learned, context. I learned tonality. I learned sound selection. I learned all of these things that I learned just from being there. You know what I'm saying?
Soaking it in.
Yeah.
I mean, that is just a great example of being ready for your moment,
Facts.
man. Being ready for your moment.
You got to be present to win.
You got to be present to win,
and
right?
You might not have all the tools, but if you're there, you can still win. Still put them shots up.
You
feel me?
Was there ever a session or an opportunity you almost didn't take? You almost passed on?
Yeah. Yes. Dedication from Nip.
Oh my God. I was going to ask you about this song.
Yeah.
Wait, can you speak on it? What can you tell me? Yeah, what can you tell me? Phenomenal
Shout out my
song.
guy Nip.
Yeah.
Victory. While I wear the Victory Lap chain today, huh?
Beautiful.
So long story short, we mixing, we all worked on the project collectively because as you know, Nip was our artist, Mike and Keys and 1500 and Nothin.
Yes, sir.
So he wanted everything to go through us.
In-house.
Yeah, but I mean, even out from all the ideas, like, he would still go and work with other people, but he would bring all the music and the songs back to us.
Love that.
So we're mixing and we're mixing the song and Mike is like, yo, it just needs something else. Like, Mars, you need to play something on this. And I'm like, I was like, bro, I already heard it. I think it sounds perfect. And he's like, I'm like, let me hear it one more time. Excuse me. They played the song one more time. And then at the end, in the back of my head, I'm like, it might sound fire if you just do something right there. But I'm like, it don't need nothing. So I'm like, bro, it don't need nothing. The song don't need nothing. Right. And this is another part of production and producing to where it's like, my ego is not about me being a part of the record and all of this. Like, it was 10 other producers salivating to be a part of anything. Jump in there. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And I'm like, bro, it don't need nothing because you got to know what the song is about the song.
Yeah.
So I'm like, I don't need nothing. And like right at the outro part where I'm like in the back of my head, like it might be. He's like, yo, what about the outro? Bro, come on, Mars, just play something. I'm like, all right. Because I low-key already was like,
you were thinking about it.
Yeah, but I'm like, it don't really need it. So that was one song I was just like, I was low-key like arguing with Mike, like, bro, the song is perfect. Like, it doesn't need anything.
Wow.
So he just like kind of made me play on the outro. You know what I'm saying? Just to like.
Beautiful moment on the record. Yeah. Beautiful moment on the record.
Which I heard it, but it was just like.
That's great though.
Things like that is just like,
I want to talk about a couple things from what you just said, but the importance of that record though, Nip, Kendrick, same record, you know, that was at that time, we didn't know if they would really work together. Right. And I don't know if they did. That was that their only track ever, right? Like that I could think of, or at least
I don't know. I mean, that I know of, yes.
Yeah, right. Me as well. So the importance of that record is what I want to say. And you know, you mentioned removing your ego. There's a lot of egos in this business, man.
Facts.
You know, talk about, you know, the importance of not having an ego in a room at times full of egos.
I've learned that like all of the times that I felt like I should have my ego, or all the times that I really like was operating in my ego, I either missed the bag, I missed the opportunity, or I missed the lesson.
Interesting.
So I don't want to do neither of the three.
Right.
Once I figured it out, I'm like, oh, like all the stuff and then I had to really like just, you know, just assess myself. Like, you know, everything is about purpose and intention. You know what I'm saying? And my purpose is to live a life that outlives me. So the only way I could do that is by learning every day, evolving every day, and making sure that I'm sharing my experiences and my education.
Yeah, man.
If I'm not sharing it with other people to be better together, then it's like I'm gonna die with everything.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You're supposed to die empty.
Man.
So I'm trying to give as much information that I know that works for me for the people that will actually apply it. You know what I'm saying?
You do that so well though. You do that so well. With me, I've seen you do it with other DJs, other producers. You really give it back, man.
I appreciate
you
it,
really give it back. Yeah, that dedication record's special, man.
Yeah, man. Dedication.
What do you think it was about y'all to really earn that type of trust from Nip, man?
Nip was literally coming around our studio. No, I'm going to say this. Nipsey, when we had our first 1500 or Nothing meeting, as a band, we was like bringing everybody together. We didn't really know what we was doing, but we had a 1500 and Nothing meeting at Rand's mom's and pop's house. And Nipsey showed up. We had a production, like a band music meeting.
Yeah.
With all the people that wanted to be a part of 1500 and Nothing, all the people that we worked with. Jelly Roll was there. I think Battle Cat may have been there. It was like all our homies that made music, Baby Boy, like, you know, dope people in LA. Nipsey came to the meeting.
Popped up, huh?
Nipsey.
Damn.
Now, well, of course, looking back, I'm like, we was like, why is Nip here? But it's the home, you know, like, all right, for sure. Oh, what up, Nip? All right, you just walk in. Bro, he was the smartest artist even then. This was before he even was doing, like, any of the main our projects. I'm talking about like before, like this is way before Bullets Ain't Got No Name. Before,
really?
Yeah, before Crenshaw, because we wasn't even producing with him at the time.
Right.
So he pulled up and long story short, he got everybody's information, all the producers in there. In hindsight, I look back, I'm like, dang, like Nip was the only artist that pulled up to a production meeting, made sure that he knew all the producers.
Damn.
And damn near had a song with all the producers that was there.
Wow.
That was the smartest thing that anybody could have did. And he's always been like that. He's been like, so once we had our studio, we going to the Grammys, we going getting plaques.
Yeah.
He pulling up to the studio.
Come on.
He started pulling up to the studio like, nah, I'm like, and we just, you know, Rance introduced me to Nip. So like, you know, Rance always had the relationship with Nip. You know, I came probably around like 2003, something like that. Okay. You know what I'm saying? Being around years. Nip and, you know, being around the section, you know what I'm saying? So everything was like organic. Yeah. Because we was just around each other. Right. So once he started seeing how we worked and how we flowed, and he was just like, yo, nope, y'all my band. Y'all the people that I'm gonna learn from, and he's coming up to the studio. If we got a session with whoever, he coming, Master P, it don't matter. He's coming through just to learn and peep game, record, get better, get better, write songs, get better. He was adamant. Like, he really wanted, he's like, I see these are the people that are musicians.
Right.
And producers, and they're traveling the world as musicians and producers, and these are my homies.
From the city.
Y'all are gonna shape my sound.
That's what's up, man. That's what's up.
You know what I'm saying? So like, shout out to Mike and Keys, and everybody from 1500, from Brody to Brands to Lowe's to everybody that's been a part, like Robin Hood, everybody. Like, it was a collective thing.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. What did you learn from him, man? What didn't you learn, right? It's like,
I think the number one thing is like operating in intention and making sure you're consistent. So like Nip would, it's a lot of things I wanted to do last year.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I probably did half of them, which is great.
Right.
But if you operate in intention, Nip it was on the whiteboard. And I walk downstairs and I see my name on the whiteboard, I'm like, wait, did he putting this song out? And Mike like, yo, you better get your files or whatever, because you know how Nip is. He gonna just drop. Right. Like, whatever date he say is gonna be that.
Intention.
You know what I'm saying? Intention, bro.
Intention.
And keep being consistent with it.
Yeah. And that's what you're doing, like with my guy Mars Monday.
Absolutely.
Right, kicking off the year.
Absolutely.
And then we get to Victory Lap, man. Phenomenal body of work. I mean, from start to, that Real Big record is just one of my, like another one that's on like my playlist. If I'm on an island and there's 10 songs, that is such.
And
talk to me about
on it. Shout out to Marsha Ambrosius.
So beautiful,
Shout
man.
out to Bink. That record was a process. Shout out to Battle Cat. Mike and Keys, of course.
Yeah.
The beat is just so crazy. Like, first of all, I told Mike, I'm like, bro, why did you and Keys just do a beat with just the hi-hat, bro?
Right.
Like, it sound like we on stage. It sound like you just like you just letting the audience go crazy.
Seriously.
Like, I'm like, y'all set the whole vibe. He's like, yo, you got to play organ on this, bro. I'm like, nah, I got to take this to my house and play the real organ. Because I had an organ in my house.
Totally.
So I literally had to put the laptop, put the headphones, and I was leaning like this the whole time while I was playing the organ, recording it. But that was one of those. It was very, it was a powerful song because, everything, it was, it's like an affirmation.
Of course.
You know what I'm saying? And
it's so powerful.
Once you hear it, and you start listening to it, now it's crazy.
Oh, of course.
And then, at the service, I was just
man,
I was done.
Me too, bro.
Because I was playing the organ.
Oh. And you talking about
I went back to playing the organ, when I was doing the song, and then I'm playing the organ there, bro. Stevie Wonder is walking up behind.
Bro.
It was. And then he's saying all the stuff that he said in the verse, you know what I'm saying? For Ocean Views, all the stuff that he was saying was literally for the service, everything that he was saying. So crazy. Playing Stevie Wonder songs,
right? Stevie
Wonder,
listen to Stevie,
Blue Ragger, all that, go 100,000 for my casket. He said all of it, bro. That. When you go back and listen to Ocean Views, I think it's the second verse.
Yeah, that's
he
second
said
verse.
all of it, and I'm just I was done, bro.
Man,
but those songs allow you to get, you know what I'm saying? Because you. I'm grateful to have these moments, and I'm grateful to be a part of, history.
Yeah,
you know what
man.
I'm saying?
Yeah, it is. It's exactly that. And I was devastated that was the first time I got to hear some of those songs live, which was there. How did We Miss Him Every Day? How did his passing affect you, man?
Man, of course, it's a dream. It still kind of is, but it's like a dream. The first, I guess I would say probably even the first year, but I had a studio with him though, you know what I'm saying? And I got to see him every day, and God just showed me all of the things that I was able to see every day, and what I could people always, the marathon continues. Like, how are you continuing the marathon?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like, that's what I had to ask myself. And I'm like, well, you seen what he did every day. So you got a whole blueprint.
Yeah.
So it's like, you know, the people that's carrying out the blueprint and the people that's just sticking to the code and making sure that we keep empowering other people, because we're not going to be here forever.
Yeah, I heard that.
So it's just like, you know, being intentional, helping as many people as we can, and making sure we just make the best music that we can and rep LA like we're supposed to rep. There's too many talented people.
For sure.
You know what I'm saying? Everybody don't have to do everything themselves. You know what I'm saying? It's like, let's come together and be the best West.
You know what I'm saying?
Like,
for sure.
That's what it's supposed to be
for
anyway.
Sure.
So,
for sure.
Yeah, that's what I'm on.
Yeah, man. When creating a beat, what's the craziest object you've ever used to either inspire or maybe it actually made the record? Anything like that ever happen? I hear stories of people with spoons on desks.
Well, like I did some series or something called The Crate. And like they had like a crate of just random shit that I had to make beats out of. And they had like a Hennessy bong. And I've never seen that before. So I guess I would say that. But outside of that, like something that made the record, it would probably be something like random, like my voice.
Okay.
Like it'll probably be like me singing something, but I pitch it a certain way where people are like, yo, what's that?
Yeah.
I was like, yo, that's me singing.
Crazy.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
like,
for sure.
Other than that, I'm not really trying to sample or pay too many people.
You're not blowing into a feather and
we're not doing that either.
So is there a moment in your career where you took a risk, right? And it paid off like you never imagined?
Yes, absolutely. Just last year, I wanted to do this project called Love on Mars, like a R&B project, just straight R&B.
Okay.
I released it for Valentine's Day. My people and my team did not suggest that I would release it just so fast and abruptly, because I just was like, yo, I just want to do this. But I did it anyway. And like 3 days later, I woke up on Apple Music and Hot New R&B and the Brown and Sleepy Pillow music. And all I was on like 4 or 5 playlists.
People took from it well. They really enjoyed it.
This is what I'm talking about.
Yeah. Trust that gut.
If we don't drop the music, how will they know?
How will they know?
I could promote for a long time. Oh, this Diamond Award winning, blah, blah, blah. We could do that for 3 months.
Right.
If they don't hear the music, they do not care.
They do not care.
You know what I'm saying?
That's a great message, though. You know what I'm saying? Follow your gut. You know, there's always going to be people in your circle or outside your circle. Mars, I don't know about that.
Who's making the music?
That part.
And if you feel that strong about the music, put the music out, especially if you're making music for people. That's what I'm in the business of doing.
Yeah, man. Speaking of the business, what's one thing about the music industry that people don't talk about, but we should know? Obviously, there's many things, but
yeah, I would say two. Going off of what I was just saying.
Okay.
There's 2 types of music. This is what I tell all the artists I work with. It's 2 types of music.
Okay.
Or it's 2 types of ways to make music. One, you make music from you for people, or 2, you make music from you for you.
Okay.
There is like 87% of people nowadays making music from them for them.
For them. 87% are doing it that way. Okay.
They're making music that they like and that they can feel like appease their ego and it's comfortable for them.
Yeah.
And they just, I ain't gonna say no names, but we've been listening to the same trap song for the last 20 years.
Right, exactly.
The same trap beats, the sounds, the same. It's been the same thing.
Shit.
And it's like, it's no evolution. You know what I'm saying? So, like, the people that make music for other people are the people that, like my friend James, he's incredible. He makes music for him.
Right.
He makes music that he likes,
right.
but he'll put out his projects and stuff like that, and people still like it.
Yeah.
Because it's stuff that you can speak to in a way where you can you can make music for yourself, but other people can be inspired by it. You know what I'm saying? Because you're speaking on something that other people can relate to.
Yeah.
These people ain't speaking on. They just speak. They just speaking.
Just speaking.
So it's
right.
like you just speaking to yourself in the mirror and just hoping that somebody else can see it and be like, "Oh, we like that too."
Right. It don't work.
It's
like
not
that.
happening.
Yeah.
So I'm just like, I would encourage everybody to go read something and go educate yourself on who are your top 5 rappers and artists. Go see who their top 5 rappers and artists was.
Do your research.
Go see who they study and how they got their stuff. Like, and then you'll be able to see like, oh, we need to put some depth to what we're saying. We need to have some meaning. We need to have some context. It's a whole world out here. We currently on fire right now.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, it's stuff going on everywhere, bro. There's no reason for no writer's block. There's no reason. It's stuff to write about. It's stuff to write about every day.
Yes.
And if you wake up every day, it's always something to write about.
Just in the experiences and life's experiences. Do you ever go through that writer's block?
No, that doesn't exist.
Don't exist for you.
It doesn't exist in the world.
In the world. What do you do when an artist tells you he has that?
It's an excuse. That means you're either doing a whack song and you're trying to make an excuse for it, or that you don't know what to say right now.
Yeah.
And it's okay. Just hurry up and finish the wax song so we can do a better one.
Right.
Or let's just
get rid of that.
Yeah, like reapproach it. Like, what's the context? Maybe you don't have the right context. Maybe you should talk about something else. Maybe you're writing a song for you.
Yeah.
When you need to write a song for the world.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And I think that's like, when you start thinking like that, it's easier to write better songs and approach things different ways.
For sure. If you could choose one song to define kind of your legacy, you know what I'm saying? One song, either maybe
that I'm doing?
That you didn't do. Is there anything you could think of?
To define my legacy. That's a great question. It would probably be like a gospel song.
Okay.
I'm gonna have to come back to you on that.
Okay. How about of yours though?
Of mine,
if someone could just press one
of mine,
song.
for sure, Stronger.
Yeah.
It would probably be between Stronger and Dedication.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll pick both.
I love it.
It's a tie.
Come on.
Stronger and Dedication.
We'll figure a transition where it becomes one, right?
Yeah, I'm fucking with that.
Let's talk about Stronger. Diamond record.
Yes.
Kanye's only diamond record.
Yeah.
What was your experience? How did you get involved with this song?
Shout out to DJ Reflex.
Yes, sir. My dog.
He had hit me. He had told Ye about me, and Kanye had me come by the studio, and I was just like, well, I had met Ye a couple times before, with Reflex and Joy. So I just been around because Joy used to sing for him.
Okay, but
this day I go to the studio, and long story short, when I get to the studio, I'm like, I thought it was techno music. I'm hearing Daft Punk. Right. You know what I'm saying? The original song, you know?
Yeah.
So I walked into that. Like, I walked into him actually working, like listening to the song to see how he was going to actually make Stronger.
Oh, shit. Okay.
So I walked in, it was just like, so I'm like, I walked out, you know what I'm saying? Rolled up, got my mind right, and came back in there. And I was just like, wait, maybe I should just watch what he's doing because this is crazy. Because I start seeing him chopping everything. So long story short, after he got the beat, he got everything going, then he was like full Kanye mode, like he doing all this, like, and he like, Mars, you hear something? Like, he literally stopped like that. He's like, Mars, you hear something? I was like, oh yeah, I'm like looking like, oh fuck, I'm Mars. Because I was like so amazed by how he made the beat. Like, I was like, this is crazy.
Wow.
And then he got the keyboard and I just played the first thing that I heard because I already heard the chorus that, you know, and I'm like, that's crazy because these chords sound like some gospel chords. They sound like chords I would play in church. Right. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, oh, this is just the best of both worlds.
Yeah.
He like, yo, you hear something? I'm like, what? I played the chords. That's literally like the chords that when he does the breakdown.
Yeah.
So, after that, it was like, he went and like the whole other shit, this is like so much.
Yeah.
But I'll give you a little bit of it just to show like how extreme Kanye was.
Okay.
So he literally did the song, we did the song, and then he went and bought or rented like 5 or 6 different pair of speakers.
To play it back on?
Yes.
Holy. Wow.
In the studio though. Like, so he's in the studio, listening to the studio, and he goes in the booth and they're bringing in, wheeling in club speakers. He listens to it on there. They take those out, bring in, like he did that for like 6 different speakers just so he could hear the mix on a different, and this was before he took it to Timbaland.
Right. Oh,
you know what I'm saying?
Shit.
So I'm like, I start seeing production in a whole nother way. Like, oh, I thought I was meticulous.
Right,
like, he
right.
is OD.
Different levels. OD.
Yeah, his ear is crazy, and he know what he want. But that like whole experience taught me a lot. I had like maybe like another session or 2. I had like 2 more sessions with him.
Right.
But every time I worked with him, he was very like
detailed.
Yeah.
Detailed.
He knows what he wants. Yeah, he knows what he's talking about. He knows what he wants for sure.
Isn't it crazy? Like, talk a little bit about, when you first walked in and you heard that, like we said, it's techno.
Yeah, I was about to walk out.
You could have just walked out.
I did walk out.
And you could have just been like, yo, Reflex, appreciate you, my boy.
You're
yeah,
right.
We'll holler. But
I was like, I want to be a student and see what's going on. So that's why I went back. I mean, I walked out just out of respect because I was about to go smoke. I was like, I didn't know. I didn't want to stop him like, hey, yo, yeah, can I smoke here?
Right.
Fuck up the play.
Right.
I told you about that earlier.
Yeah,
so,
you
know,
don't want to fuck up the play. Don't fuck up the play.
Go outside for a minute. When I came back, it was like he was chopping up and
damn.
So it's like you want to have that experience in education. Sometimes it's just cool to be able to watch.
Yeah.
And because I mean, maybe he didn't even want me on that song.
Right.
Maybe I was just there watching, and I'm like, oh shit, you hear something?
Mm-hmm. You bring that light to the room. You know what I mean?
Right.
Speak about the word patience, man. Because in our industry, in our business, we want everything like,
man,
you're done with the record. It's got to be on the charts. I want it on the radio. What we doing? Let's go. And you get a lot of, maybe not no's. You do get no's, but maybe some not right no's.
Right.
Talk about that word patience.
Yeah, you definitely, I mean, patience it comes with it. You know what I'm saying? It's like, that comes with the sacrifice. You know what I'm saying? Anything.
Another great word.
Like, I think once I start realizing what security means and what sacrifice means, then it was like, oh, okay. Like I could just go play at this church or go have this gig and do this every week and be secure, and be living cool. But I could sacrifice that and not know what I'm going to do, but just operate in my gift and use my relationships and, just do what I'm doing, operate in my purpose and allow God to bless me for doing that, which would probably be a lot more substantial than me just depending on one thing every time. Yeah. And I've lived my life like that. You know what I'm saying? Sacrifice over security, because it's just like, you have to have faith to be able to manifest the things that you want. But more importantly, you have to do the work. You got to do the work. Everybody's like, yeah, I believe in this. So, man, I'm going to do that. I'm going to be rich one day. How many people are our homies like, hey, man, when I'm going to be a millionaire? And it's like, you don't know where they at. You don't know what's going on. You might have to loan them something. Yeah. And it's just, they're not doing the work. You got to put the action to it. So it's it's cool to be, it's cool to, have faith and everything, but you got to do the work, and everything doesn't come right away. That's right. So like while you're doing the work, just be consistent with the work. That's where the patience come in. Is the consistency. Yeah, because somebody will do something twice and be like, well, I ain't got, what's going on?
Exactly.
No, just talking about that. We put out 3 songs. Like, hey, nobody fucking with me. Right. Put out 33 and then see. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, put out 33 and then see. I like that. Would you say sacrifice over security? Yes, sir. Yeah, man. Just got to push that boundary, man. You never know what's on the other side of that. That's real, man. You never know. What was it like touring with Jay-Z? Man, Jay, that experience was fire. How do y'all get on his radar? Well, we did Show Me What You Got. Okay. We did Show Me What You Got with Just Blaze. And funny enough, he said, shout out to Just Blaze and the Blazettes, which really hurt my soul. Right. It's supposed to be 1,500 or nothing. Yeah, but I mean, it's Jay-Z, so he's not like... Right. I don't expect Just Blaze to be like, yo, I did this incredible beat with these kids. Right. They call 1,500 or nothing. Right. even though I would do that,
Right.
but that's my big brother, and it's cool.
It's cool.
because it all came back around full circle.
Look
so
at
it was
that.
like, that's what we talk about paying dues. We was kids. Just Blaze ain't finna call and be like, yo, I got these, like, oh, yo, I got this record. Boom, boom. All right, for
Come
sure.
on.
Just Jay go in there and rap. And shout out to Just Blaze and the Blazettes. We was the Blazettes. We was 1,500 and nothing,
Yeah.
but shit.
But for
everybody's-
today, we the
Yeah.
Blazettes for Jay-Z. Hey, it's home, man.
So until like, you know, maybe that 11, 12 year gap
Yeah.
where Jay seen us performing or something, and Guru was like, yo, Jay wants y'all here called Rance. And then Jay-Z ended up actually calling Rance.
Damn, what's
Like,
that
yo,
conversation?
I need y'all, boom, boom. I need y'all, blah, blah, blah. See what y'all doing. And we was on the first flight to New York. And as soon as we rehearsing, doing the show for the B-Sides title event.
Yeah, classic show, man.
We was doing that show, and Jay walked in for the first rehearsal, and he had the little scrunch face, like, and as soon as we was done, he was like, yeah, I know I called the right niggas. Like, he said it like real subtle, but it meant everything. We was all like, oh, this
Celebration time, yeah.
So it was like that at rehearsal was like, for me, I was like, okay, we good.
So
All
dope.
right, I can let go of the Blazettes thing.
Yeah,
like,
for
we cool
sure.
now, we cool.
We good.
But then when he got to the show, and he said, I put this band up against any band in the world, and he's never said that with The Roots. He's never said that with Linkin Park. He's never said that with no other band he's ever been with.
What was that feeling like, man?
I heard him, like, but it was like something told me. It was like my subconscious was like, wait, nah, but did you just hear him?
Did
though?
he say that? Did he say what I think?
And I'm playing, and I'm like, I'm in full mode. You know, when we performing, I'm dancing, I'm in the vibe. So I'm like, hey, did y'all hear that?
Wow.
You know what I'm saying? I
Yeah,
had to stop
yeah.
for a second, like, yo, did y'all hear that? Like, what?
Great story, man.
So it's just like, you know, again, patience. That
Patience.
took 11 years for a song that we already did. And I'm going to tell you something, just because
Come on.
we seen Jay-Z at backstage at some show that we were doing, and Rance was like, yo, I'm about to go tell him, hey, we should go tell him that we did Show Me What You Got. I was like, yeah, for sure. I'm thinking in my head, I'm definitely not going over there to tell Jay-Z nothing. So
Right.
Rance was like, yeah. So I'm like, I act like I'm about to go. I'm like, yeah, for sure. So then Rance walked over there, and I just stood on the wall. Okay.
Let me know how that goes.
So Rance was like, yo, what's up, man? We did Show Me What You Got. He's like, congratulations.
He hit you with the
And he
congratulations.
just walked, he hit Rance with the congratulations and just walked away.
Congratulations.
And then Rance was like, he turned around to see if I was right there. I was still on the wall. I'm like,
Wow.
so it's like, bro,
Yeah.
you have to go through. Now, what if Rance is like, man, nah, fuck Jay-Z.
No,
man,
yeah.
we ain't boom.
Yeah. That's
You know
what I'm
saying?
getting at.
This is patience. This is
Patience.
like, we did the record to 4 or 5 years later,
Come
we
on.
meet you,
Yeah.
tell you about the record,
Right?
but ain't the right time. That's what
Timing.
people got to understand.
Mm-hmm.
It wasn't the right time. Then 5, 6 more years, now he's calling us.
Yeah.
Yo, I see what y'all doing. Boom, boom,
Yeah.
blah, blah, blah.
Come out here with me. I want to do this show.
Then he started investing in Nip. Then he rock
Yeah.
next, like he working with our artists. Like
Man.
everything was.
Full circle.
Then we end up doing the only song with Nipsey and Jay-Z.
Talk about it. That's where I'm
So it's
going.
like,
I mean, come
you feel
on.
me? That's where the patience come from. You talk about overnight. People get mad that things don't happen in 2 years,
Right.
3 months.
Right.
This was a whole this was a
This is a
thing.
journey.
How long
This
was we
is-
working on Victory Lap? Like,
Man.
come on, man. It was songs that made it from Crenshaw to Victory
I
Lap.
heard about that. Yeah, man.
So-
yeah. What was it like when you heard them J vocals hit? You know what I'm saying? That this is what it feel like. You know what I'm saying?
Man, I went crazy, bro. I haven't played the bass on a record probably in. I initially played the bass on Show Me What You Got because Chuck was late. Chuck always be late. Rest in peace.
Okay.
So Chuck, rest in peace, Chuck. When Chuck came in, I was like, shit. I thought I was on the bass. You feel me? He came in, he doing all the runs. Boo, 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 boo. Just Blaine's like, ooh, yeah, go ahead, let's do that. I'm like, let me get back to the piano. So it was like, you know, I don't know, man. I think like
God is great, man.
God is amazing, bro. Like, it's just really like looking back at all of that, bro. It's just so crazy because, like, Nip said all of the things that he wanted to do, and all of those things happened. He said he wanted to have a song with Jay.
Yeah, of course.
You know what I'm saying? Like, all of that, Jay was paying attention to him.
Yeah.
Jay, if you look now, he wearing his suits like Nip.
Yeah,
he wearing the Crenshaw, the Marathon. He wearing his high socks.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Yep. So it go from the student trying to be the teacher to the teacher trying to be the student.
Yeah, man.
So it's like
real recognize real, man.
Shit,
every
bro.
time.
Real
every
shit.
time. And man, I'm so proud of y'all, man. And I'm honored to hear
Likewise,
that.
for real.
Thank you, man. Thank you. And you know, if you'd have had that ego, you know, after that Blazettes moment or crashed out,
I probably wouldn't be here.
Probably not. Probably not.
You know
It wouldn't have been it wouldn't have been that congratulations moment.
Right,
it would have been like, yo, you know, and we've stubbed our toe before, but y'all handled yourself well. And I think those are things that also play into it's more than just making that beat, man.
Absolutely.
To have that longevity in this game. 24 Karat Magic, Bruno Mars.
24 Karat Magic. That's that. So yeah. So 1500 or Nothing. We have so many producers and you know people that's connected. So 24 Karat Magic. That's Brody. That's my little brother Brody.
Shout out to Brody.
Brody was somebody that used to lie to me and tell me that he was out of school, not knowing that he was ditching school, and I was picking him up at like 16, 15 years old.
Damn, you were an accomplice, my boy.
His mom called me like, can you stop picking up Brody from... Can you stop picking up Christopher from school?
Right.
And then I'm like, he told me he was out early. Yeah, he out early because he ditching.
Yeah.
But yeah, we was sneaking him into the clubs, everything, and it's just like, for him to be as... I've always said he's the best. People like to tell me I'm the best.
Yeah, man.
I'm not gonna turn that compliment down. Thank you.
Right.
But I like to say that Brody he's just like, and he's the youngest too.
Yeah.
And he's taking all the information from Raz, from me, from, you know what I'm saying, from his influences, his auntie, his, you know, church. He grew up in church, but he's a monster. He's the one that's doing 24 Karat. He's the one that's doing Grenade. He's the one that's doing all the stuff with Bruno.
Massive.
That you hearing about, Massive. So when you hear us 1500, you like, yo, we Bruno, bro. Man, we rooting is because he's the one that's doing that. And James is writing the majority of that song. Shout out to James. He got the Lady Gaga and Bruno
and the
song
Bruno record.
Yeah,
amazing. No wonder I love it so much.
So crazy. My son loved my.
Yeah, that's right.
Like, you don't know no words. Like, James, thanks.
Right.
But yeah, man.
Is there one song that you've been a part of that people would be shocked to know about? They'd be shocked to hear about a session or a song.
Probably one that I'm not gonna say, but another would probably be I don't know about shocked. I think like I have quite a peculiar range. So I think like it depends on how much somebody knows me.
Understood.
Because like last week I was in the studio. Matter of fact, how about this? I had a session with Lefty Gunplay and a session with Susan Carroll in the same day. Wow. So just to kind of
the range.
The same day though.
The range.
Like
same day.
Like 4 or 6 hours apart, something like that.
Wild, man.
So, you know, to be able to like work with like R&B soulful, you know, and then to be able to just do some LA gangster, West Coast, feel good, you know. Like, you know, I love the challenges. So.
Yeah, man. Yeah.
Yeah, man. I would just say just stay tuned to see what is shocking.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Who's 3? Can you name 3 of your favorite R&B vocalists of all time?
I'm gonna go R&B. I'm gonna go of all time. I'm gonna go R. Kelly.
Okay.
I'm gonna go Stevie Wonder. And I'm gonna be so mad when I leave and be like, damn, why didn't I say that? I'm gonna go with Ty.
Ty Dolla $ign.
Yeah.
Nice.
I'm
Okay.
gonna go with those three.
Okay. How about lyricist?
Lyricist, Babyface, Diane Warren, and okay, I'm gonna take that back. I'm gonna go Babyface, I'm gonna go Harold Lilly, and I'm gonna go James Fauntleroy.
Goats.
Yeah.
So good, man. All right, last
sir.
question for you. Last question. If you could share one piece of advice to your 18-year-old self, what would you tell yourself, man?
That you should start making music for people.
Okay, because at that time you were making it for you?
I mean, I was just making music, bro. To be honest, like when I started making beats, I never thought to make music for nobody.
Yeah.
I was just so happy to make music.
Yeah.
So I never, it wasn't until Lorenz came around my studio. I would just be at the studio every day, just making beats, and that was my life. I loved it. I made it.
Yeah, yeah, right.
You feel me? Don't bother me. I mean, I'm here every day.
Yeah,
we
man.
good. You know what I'm saying? Got a little dime, some little dime
I'm
bag.
good to go. Yeah,
to smoke. We good. And then Lorenz came over one day. He like, yo, hey, I play for Snoop, bro. Like, you should play some of these beats for Snoop. I was like, all right.
What's it like working with Snoop?
Bro, it is the most incredible thing that you can ever experience because it's like 10 lessons in one. Because, he's so much of a machine. It depends on like what type of person you are.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? If you there to smoke and you want to just check your bucket list vibe off, which all the 90% of people
Wants
say,
to get in,
it's like, go ahead, go do your vibe. Try it if you want to.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? He gonna go give you the weed that he ain't gonna smoke with me. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, all right, that's cool. But nah, once you like really able to, this somebody that like will FaceTime me at 3 a.m, FaceTime me at 5 a.m, whatever time.
Really?
Text all throughout the day, just memes, different stuff, like just a real like brotherhood.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But as a mentor, like, yo, Unc, what you think about Boom Boom? Or like, what you think about this? That's how he got on my song. That's how I got the feature with him and Busta Rhymes. I just text him because I was like, I don't normally rap, but this is what I'm hearing.
Right.
And I did the hook and I did a verse and I'd send it to him and he like sent me a video back. Like, this shit hard, cuz right now. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Wow.
Then text me the next day, yo, hey, I'm about to do that. I'm gonna knock that verse out for you tonight. Wow. Like, it's like you get that and then you get being able to see how he moves, like how, his whole team. And like I've known Snoop for, we've been playing. I quit tour and he made me go out last year. Not made me, but like, you know what I'm saying? I came out of retirement because it's like, I don't go tell a dog no.
Yeah, man.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like things like that. But even still, going out on tour was still things I was learning.
Really?
I done been on tour, for the last 20 years. So it's just like being around the right people and seeing how certain people move and different relationships and how they allow you access.
Yeah.
And what you do with that access.
Exactly.
Because Snoop is very intentional. He know what he doing. He'll have you in a room or something. It's up to you. He ain't finna be holding your hand and you know what I'm saying? But if he bring you in the room, he bring you in the situation, it's like, what are you doing?
What are you doing?
You got to capitalize.
Capitalizing on those opportunities.
So he seen us doing that as a band and that's why he gave us our first start.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Gave us a whole studio.
Really?
Yeah, he was the first person, bro, like
put y'all in
put us in a studio, like everything. We didn't have our studio. It was a situation we got in. Me and Rance, we signed this like little jacked up deal and we didn't know we signed it. And then Snoop, we went to go play music for Snoop and Snoop ended up telling us about the deal. And I'm like, I don't even know y'all. You don't even know my last name. How you telling me about it,
Right.
So it was dope to be able to like I meet him and he tell me, yo, like, hey, yo, y'all don't worry about Boom Boom. Don't let that discourage y'all. You know what I'm saying? Y'all fire. I believe in y'all. I'm putting this song on my album, and here's the keys to my studio. Just make sure that y'all send me some of them heat, send me some of the heat that y'all make.
That
boom,
pack,
boom,
yeah.
boom. You know what I'm saying? Just shower there, whatever y'all want to do, blah, blah, blah.
That's what's up, man.
It's like, that was the first time something like that ever happened, where somebody told me what I was going through personally when I first met him, and then like gave a solution to it. You know what I'm saying?
That's awesome
and we've been on every album, and if we're not on every album, we're a part of something that he's doing.
That's awesome, man.
You know what I'm saying?
That's awesome.
Yeah, shout out to Snoop.
Shout out to Snoop, man.
For real.
What do you want to tell some of the up and coming producers about the business, man?
Man, please get a great lawyer. Make sure that you have agreements, and make sure that you have understanding with the people that you collaborate with before you touch anything, before you do any music. And outside of that, man, I mean, you want to work with somebody that's really great, one of the greatest, you should reach out to me. Very expensive, but pray something can happen.
Yeah.
You never know.
You never know.
What I'm saying?
You never know. My guy Mars, thank you for being here, man.
Thank you.
It's been an honor and a privilege to have this conversation with you.
Pleasure is mine. Bro,
the respect goes beyond, man, for you and the team, man. And I'm so proud of everything y'all have accomplished. And thank you for always giving me words of inspiration and motivation and music to listen to, man.
On, man.
You know,
Every
these are the
Monday.
soundtracks to our lives. Yeah, every Monday, man. Make sure you check my guy out. You got the 1500 day coming up.
Yes, sir.
Where can people get information on that, man? Hit you up on Instagram?
Yeah, my Instagram, my guy Mars, myguyMars.com, and 1500ornothin.com.
Just like that. Hey, check it out, man. Thank you so much for watching today's podcast. I'm Just Incredible. For more content like this, please do me a favor. Hit that subscribe button. Click that like button. Drop a comment, man. My guy Mars might even be in the comments.
You understand me?
Chopping it up with y'all, man. Live from Los Angeles, California, Just Incredible's podcast. Peace and love.
Just incredible.
Hey, yo, just incredible.
You don't know, eh?
Keep winning.
Yes, sir. Hey, thank you to everyone who watched this podcast. The music you're hearing, that's provided by LA's own The Eastie Boys. If you enjoyed watching this, please hit the like button, drop a comment in the comment section, and while you're there, tap that subscribe button so you can subscribe to the channel. It would mean the world to me. There's more content just like this, and trust me, a lot more on the way. To keep up with me off of YouTube, follow me on Instagram at Justin_credible or my TikTok. You can just search Watch Just Incredible. Thank you so much for watching.